Hey guys, welcome back to another pregnancy vlog. This is edition number 2. The last one that I filmed I was 17 weeks and some days, and today I am 22 weeks and 3 days. I cannot believe I am already this far along. It's crazy to me how quickly it's gone, but not how quickly it's gone, if you can feel me. So the last pregnancy update I talked to you guys about, I talked to you about being sick and tired and just laying on the couch and falling asleep all the time. And for me, I felt like that lasted way longer than it did with my first pregnancy with Maddie. It just lasted forever. I feel like up until the last several weeks, like 2 weeks or so to 3 weeks, I did not start getting my energy back until right around 20 weeks. Definitely stayed really sick, had super awful lethargy and just draining of energy 100% every day. I would be on the couch 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, sleeping for hours, and then I would be up all night, and just the cycle would repeat itself. I literally could not get through a day without needing to take a nap, and it was awful. I also could barely get through a day without throwing up. I was vomiting left and right. However, I vomited a lot with my first pregnancy with Maddie, and I lost a lot of weight in the beginning. I did not lose a lot of weight this time around. I stayed very, very fluent. I just didn't gain a lot of weight, but I didn't lose a lot either. So this time around I have gained so far 1 pound. So I am 1 pound heavier. I don't remember if I was 1 pound heavier last time or not, or if I was like right at the exact amount. So far I've gained 1 pound, which is funny because looking at me, I feel like a whale already. I cannot even imagine getting any bigger. My stomach is already protruding so much, and I'm carrying it so high up this time, and like all right here, just right here in my upper abdomen, which I have mentioned to so many people before. Like, I have so much lower extra skin in my lower abdomen that I don't understand why that's not filling out. I'm hoping eventually it will fill out and I kind of round out. I'm round, but like I don't know, get a little bit more elongated than like round at some point. We'll see. I don't know. I'm definitely carrying different than I carried with Maddie, so it's all kind of up in the air. So as far as how I'm feeling now, I definitely feel like I have a lot more energy than I had several weeks ago. I have been able to not take naps on the couch in the middle of the day. I can make it an entire day waking up early, and you know, I'm tired by the end of the night, but I'm not falling asleep on the couch at 4 or 5 when my girls are trying to get my attention. I can make it through an entire day. I have more energy to do stuff. 2 weekends ago we had Relay for Life. I was able to walk 5 miles. And that is a huge accomplishment for me, especially being pregnant, because I haven't worked out in months. So that was awesome. I do want to continue to try and walk on more of a regular basis. It is just so freaking hot outside. So hot outside. And for me to take myself to the gym, you know, I shouldn't feel self-conscious about going to the gym, but I'm already a big girl, which never bothered me before. But being pregnant, I feel like people judge you when you're at the gym when you're pregnant. Either they feel like you shouldn't be working out, or you've gained a lot of weight, or whatever the case may be. And I just don't need anyone commenting on that type of thing. You know, normally it really doesn't bother me, but if I go with a friend or something, I don't really look at other people staring at me. But if I'm by myself, I have nothing to do but look around at people staring at me. And it's already, I tried it when I was pregnant with Maddie, and people would give me ugly looks all the time when I would go to the gym, all the time. So I just have to get past that. It's not really that big of a deal. So I am feeling better. I'm feeling like I have some energy, not a lot, because I do get tired. I get very winded very quickly. Like, I can be walking around and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't breathe. But you know, that's all part of pregnancy. It's not necessarily just from me being plus size and pregnant. It is, pregnant women in general do get winded. So that has been happening. Everyone wants to know about the gender. I still have not found out the gender. Don't worry. If I do end up finding out the gender, we will be having a gender reveal party, and I would share that with you guys, of course. I haven't decided yet. You know, I feel like this is our last baby, and I think it would be amazing for Andres to announce it after I deliver. I don't know. I just, like, that has just been in my head since I found out I was pregnant. But that being said, I have lots of peer pressure from friends and family to find out sooner for various reasons, you know, whether it be clothes and stuff like that, or just because they're curious. But I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, It would definitely be easier to find out for sure. I've got lots of questions about that on my daily vlogs. They want to know, you know, where the baby's nursery is going to be, what kind of furniture we're going to do. So I guess I'll just answer those now. So one of the main questions was where the nursery would be. So if you follow my daily vlogs, you know that we have a 3-bedroom house and a loft upstairs. We are going to be converting the loft upstairs to a 4th bedroom. The house was made to be 4 bedrooms. We just opted out of that to have the additional loft. So we will be converting it. That will be the baby's nursery. We will be having the baby sleep with us for several months, just like we did with Maddie, until he or she is big enough to be in their own nursery. The reason I'm not in that big of a rush to find out the gender is because we probably won't convert the nursery for another 6-8 months or so, which would be after the baby's born. So I'm not super worried about having to have a nursery right this second like we did with Maddie. I had to have it done before she was born. I'm not that worried about it because I won't have it done regardless before the baby's born, whether it's a girl or a boy, simply because we are going to have the house under construction at some point to convert that room. So that could be a reason why I'm not that worried. I don't really know. And other than that too, if it's a girl, which is another question, Maddie, we have kept everything from birth till up about 2.5 years old, all of her stuff. She still has her crib in her room, which it can be converted to a double bed. So we would, if it's a girl, we do plan on using all of those and utilizing everything that she has had from birth and utilizing her crib as well. So if it's a girl, we obviously don't have to buy anything. We have a car seat stroller, which somebody asked about our car seat being expired. It is not expired for 2 more years, which is great. So we can still use that. We still have bouncers and all kinds of stuff that is for a little girl. So if it's a little girl, obviously our life is going to be super easy and we have everything. If it's a little boy, we'll need everything. And the thing is the one thing that we won't buy right away is bedroom furniture, because again, we won't be converting the loft for several months after the baby's born. And we have a pack and play that's kind of gender neutral. It's like a grayish color with some lavender and pink thrown in there. And if it's a boy, we plan on changing the sheet to blue and letting the boy sleep in the pack and play over by our bed, just like we did with Maddie. So to me, really the only thing that we would need is clothes, and we could always have a baby shower and get plenty of clothes, and we could always go buy that after the baby's born. It's not the end of the world. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as gender. The big question is where the baby's nursery is going to go. We already have bought a new vehicle to fit 3 car seats, which if you watch my daily vlogs, we got a 2016 Honda Pilot in the dark cherry pearl color. Love it. It is an awesome vehicle. Those of you that recommended it to me, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is way better than my Cadillac ever thought of being as far as room goes. I love it. All 3 kids fit in the back seat perfectly fine, and so that was taken care of. A lot of people were asking if we were just going to get a bigger house. We are not moving anytime soon, maybe in the next 5 years, but not anytime soon. Everything else I'm not too worried about. Babies survive with a lot less. You know, we have bottles. I plan on trying to breastfeed. We have bottle warmers. We will have diapers and wipes. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, if we just absolutely could not afford to get a baby boy anything, we have everything that a girl would need. It just would be on a boy. So if it took us a little while to get everything we needed for a boy, then that's what it would be. I don't feel as pressured to have everything 100% ready for this baby as I did with Maddie. And it could be because it's my 2nd pregnancy and my 3rd child, or it just could be because of what I've been through. And I am going to, right after this, probably film our pregnancy, how we got pregnant and the whole story behind it and everything, so you guys can understand a little bit more where I'm coming from. I filmed one of those for Maddie. It took us a long time to get pregnant with Maddie, and so I do plan on doing one with this one. But anyway, that's that. As far as sizes and stuff, I've been wearing, I bought size 2X maternity shorts from Target that I've been wearing regularly. Like I wash them, wear them again, wash them and wear them again. They've held up nicely. They were like 25 bucks. They fit great. And on top, so far, I'm not too big where I can't still wear a lot of my regular clothes. Like this is a New York & Company shirt that's a size extra large that barely fits over my belly, but it fits. I have a blue one like this as well. That's kind of what I've been wearing. A lot of sundresses because it's been really hot here lately. And I also have all of my capris and my leggings from when I was pregnant with Maddie that I've been utilizing as well. Early stages of pregnancy though, I am trying to utilize some of my lighter shirts that will fit over my belly just to save money, because I don't plan on being pregnant ever again. That's not to say God's will wouldn't be different, but I don't plan on being pregnant ever again. So to me, there's no point in investing a ton of money in maternity clothes when I know I won't wear them again. Next, cravings. I, again, really haven't had a ton of cravings. Like, there's not something that I have been just fawning over so much that I have to have it in the middle of the night. I have noticed that my appetite has been growing. I am more hungry more often throughout the day, so I have been trying to eat smaller snacks throughout the day instead of like huge meals. I have been doing awful with eating out. Awful. I'm trying to get into a routine of like meal planning and cooking dinners and having leftovers for myself for lunch and eating healthy breakfasts instead of cereal and things like that, but it's been really bad. I've been trying, but it's been bad. So I have an appointment next Thursday, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to gain some weight, because although I don't feel like I've been overindulging, because the second I get full, my stomach, my upper abdomen is so hard that it feels like it's splitting my ligaments apart and my abs apart. It feels like all of the muscle and everything is just splitting apart because it's so tight. So as soon as I'm full, I have to stop, because if I continue to push myself, I am miserable for hours afterwards. That doesn't mean I haven't pushed myself, but I try really hard not to, because I don't want to gain a lot of weight, and I don't like that feeling. So cravings really have been, you know, to a minimum. The one thing that I have been enjoying has been like salty things, which is awful for you. I know, water retention and stuff like that, blood pressure issues, I know. But like fruit with the chamoy Lucas on top, oh, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. I have been enjoying those types of things, but it's, again, something that I want every now and then, but not necessarily something that I'm like, I have to have right now or else I'm not gonna make it. Another new thing that has happened since the last time, I think in the last pregnancy vlog, I was talking about being able to feel the baby move, and I have obviously been feeling lots of movement. About a week ago, I was able to feel a kick from the outside. So I was laying on my right side. I've been able to feel kicks on the inside, but never have I seen them on the outer part of my belly. I was laying on my right side, and I was like, oh my gosh, that kick was so hard. So I lifted up my shirt. Sure enough, I could see like a little bump where the baby was kicking, and I could feel it with my hand. It was so awesome. Like, I forgot how magical that feeling is and how special it is. And so I was texting on the desk, and I was telling him, and he came home that night from work, and he couldn't feel anything, and he was sad and upset. Then the next day I was like, you have to feel this. He's like, you're just teasing me. Stop. Like, don't tease me. I was like, no, like, I'm for real. This kid is going crazy. So sure enough, I recorded it in a vlog, but he has his hand on my belly, and you can see his hand pop up, and he felt it like 3 times when I was recording, which is so awesome, because with Maddie, he wasn't able to feel anything until 24 weeks. And being 21 weeks and some days, last week he was able to feel it already. That was really awesome. So now I do tend to get a little bit more worried when I don't feel movement or kicks, because I have been feeling them. So I wouldn't say necessarily that I'm kick counting or anything like that, but I do get a little worried when I don't feel anything, and I try and drink some cold water or have a little sweet something or spicy something to, you know, get the baby going. Speaking of spicy somethings, I have had the worst heartburn of life. And again, if you watch my daily vlogs, you will have seen this. It is the type of heartburn that just makes you go, oh. It is so gross. It burns so bad. I've never had this bad of heartburn. I feel like even with my first pregnancy, my heartburn was not this bad. And I struggled pretty bad with heartburn. But this is like awful. And it happens at night when I'm laying down. The GERD is just ridiculous. So I'm going to see at my next appointment if I can get something other than Tums to help with it, because some sort of antacid has to be safe during pregnancy in order for me to take it regularly, because I've seen so many pregnant women at work take it and be fine. So I need something, because this is getting out of control. So I have been taking just Tums to kind of clear everything up, and they seem to work, but Tums gross me out in and of themselves. Just the chalkiness of them really gross me out. So, you know, I gotta give and take here, give and take. The last question I had were baby names that we've been thinking of, and because I don't know the gender, I really have not decided on any names specifically. I knew with my first pregnancy I wanted Madeline Grace if it was a girl, which is what Maddie ended up being, and Blake Ryan if it was a boy. I like Blake still, but I have a friend who named her son Blake right after I had Maddie. So, you know, it's not like I can't use it, but I have a ton of other names on my list that I really like. Top girl names I would say right now are Charlotte and Autumn. Top boy names are, I really like Jeremiah, Luke. There's several others, but I just have not narrowed anything down. So, you know, that'll come. I will obviously have to narrow down names if I don't find out the gender and then pick one. But I'm not, again, that worried about it because I have a list on my phone that I've had since I was pregnant with Maddie, and I have just, it's grown and grown and grown of names that I love. So that's that. I will try and update a little bit more frequently for you guys. Again, if you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments down below. I will either try and answer them in the next pregnancy vlog or answer them in the comments down below for you guys if it's like a question that I can't wait or not an in general question. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be filming my pregnancy story right after this, so if you're curious, that will be up in the next several weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my gosh, again, I forgot to show you my belly. Let me get up. There it is, 22 weeks, 3 days. And as I said, like right here is super hard like a rock. And then all this is just like extra skin. It's crazy. I'm gonna need a tummy tuck for sure after this, for sure. All right, now I'll let you go. Bye.